that way. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. I'm telling you, I'm tired of talking about this, but it's funny. It is so funny. I just can't resist it because it's so hilarious. And the reason why it's so hilarious because we have individuals who don't have proper paperwork on their so-called businesses. At the end of the day, they don't even have a copyright at that. You can't talk about copyrights if you don't have a copyright. So apparently they don't. Someone's given them miscommunications. They'll find out because we have one person actually going to court for a copyright infringement. So he'll find out when he gets to court. I've been to this before. I've sued people for copyright infringements, but he'll find out when he gets to court exactly how much little he doesn't know. So, excuse me about that. Let me explain to Jamie how it all works, because Jamie basically is elusive when it comes to this kind of stuff. Because again, Jamie lives in make-believe world. That copyright logo you're looking at over there, see all that information underneath of it? That's a registered copyright. That means that the United States government cannot give me that document if somebody else owns it. That's it. That's it. Point blank, that's it. So when you file for a patent pending, trademark secret, whatever it may be, they have to do a detailed search to make sure nobody else owns the rights to that. Do you have any idea how much a nightmare that would be if Coca-Cola found out that somebody else owned the rights to their name before they did? You know how big of a lawsuit that would be against the United States government? So you're insinuating that that registered copyright right there is fake? Oh, I'm going to love hearing that one in court. That is going to be excellent to hear in court. You're going to tell a judge and my lawyers that the registered copyright we got from the United States government is not ours. So let me explain something to you, Jamie. All right. In counterfeiting, when someone copies your logo, they can't come up, if they come up too close to where they're actually can confuse the consumer, this can be a lawsuit. This can get you in trouble also. Also, too, on top of that, don't you think I do my research? So basically, anyone that has anything that looks like that cube, I can sue you for it. Now, the cube that we saw with the purple one, I know that's owned by a Christian woman. I know who she is. I'm quite aware of it, who she is. And we have already sent her documents telling her to remove it. We gave her a warning to remove it because she can't have that up there. It's too similar to ours. Now, if she wants to fight it, we can take it to court, but we'll win because we actually own the copyrights for it. She doesn't. That R that she has right there, that underneath it, that's for her company. That's not for the copyrighted material. The copyrighted material belongs to us. Now, if I took her name and I put it on mine, she could sue me because, again, I don't own the rights to her name. But that cube, that's ours. That belongs to us. Like Nike with the swoosh and all that other stuff, that belongs to them. You can't touch that. You can't use that for any form, any way you want. You can't do it. Now, see all these companies up here? I've done my research. My lawyers do this all day. So they go through all this stuff to make sure if anyone's coming close to touching their copyright, send a letter A back down, remove it, or we sue you. All right. So everybody here that I pulled up doesn't say, some of them are similar, but not enough to basically confuse because our company's logos are not up there. With you, Jamie, you took our company's logo and you literally put scammer over top of it with the company's logo attached to it. That's like me taking Coca-Cola and putting scammer over top Coca-Cola. That's what you did. And then you proceeded to try to change and alter it, which shows proof and evidence that you tried to make this attempt. It's another thing when someone's being accused of doing this. It's another thing when you're actually being seen doing it and admitting doing it, which makes you guilty of basically tampering with their copyrights. Did not give you permission to touch it. Didn't give you permission to alter it in any way whatsoever. So if you're trying to use this right here as a way of trying to say, oh, because they got something similar to yours, so if they could do that, I could do that. No, they can't. We actually own this right to this right here. If the lawyers pick up where they're coming too close to our logo, looks too much like us at the end of the day, and this could cause problems, then they're sent out a letter. That's how it works in the real world. You, on the other hand, you took the logo exactly the way it looks just right here, and you posted it on your site multiple times. We never gave you permission to take that logo and use it for your own personal use. They didn't do that at the end of the day. You did. Then you had the nerve to put scammer over top of it, which showed up in 187 emails showing that the very damage you were trying to cause to our company was coming to life because we're getting emails response back for it. We were getting hate mail from it. All that came from you. So this is the reason why when I tell you that, don't use that nonsense in court because you won't win. How many people have you sued in court for copyright infringements? Do you even know what a copyright is? Do you even have one? No, 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 no. You don't have any of those. So how can you talk to somebody at the end of the day who has taken someone to court for copyright infringement, does own a copyright, and I know exactly about it because, again, it'd be kind of hard for me to fill out the paperwork if I didn't know what I was actually reading at the end of the day. So, Jamie, yes, you can be sued. You're going to court, and that's the end of it. And if you're trying to say at the end of the day that somebody else owns it, again, that is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my entire life. Do me a favor, don't say that in court. I don't feel like laughing in court. I'm trying to be serious when I get there. I don't want to laugh in your face, but don't say that in court. You want to sit there before the U.S. government and say, oh, that's not his copyright. It's a registration number right there. It is our copyright. That 2D artwork, you see what it says when it says what kind of work it is? It's a 2D artwork. This is 2D artwork right here. This belongs to us. This is mine. The name, see where it says register your name on all that right there? You see that close? That's mine. See, type of work, visual material. Title's name, Crystal Edge Technology Screens. And it is a 2D artwork. That's mine. That belongs to me. So, if anyone is using that without our permission, we can go in and we can send them that order as we send to you, telling you to back down and to remove it, which they will apply, but you didn't. And that's why when we go to court, we can show those documents too, saying, hey, look, we did reach out to him. We told him at the end of the day, remove it. And did he remove it? Nope. He proceeded to use it any way he wanted to. Right there. This is public records at gov.com. You can go over there and see it right there. See? Authorship, 2D artwork. That's mine. So, again, you can show us all these pictures all day long. That doesn't mean anything. You can sit there and say that, oh, your copyright's unreal. Well, you know, if my copyright's unreal and you feel that I'm slandering and all, file a lawsuit. Don't talk trash. Go file a lawsuit against me and say that, hey, look, his copyright's not real, and I want to file a lawsuit against him because he's stating that the copyright is real and it's not. Go ahead. You know what they're going to do? They're going to look up my registration number, and they're going to find out it is registered and it's legit and it's mine. And guess what's going to happen? Your claim is going to be dismissed. That's what's going to happen. But go ahead. I'll give you a week. I'm waiting for the paperwork. Email me. You got my email address? We'll go there and check my email address to see if anything pops up under you. I call bluff at the end of the day. Just like what Park Day was talking about getting a lawyer. Where's your lawyer? I've been waiting for your lawyer to call me. What's going on? Nothing. You don't have anything. You'll have nothing. Look, gentlemen, just line up, put a firing range, smoke your last cigarette, and just take the hit. Okay? That's all you can do. All these other conspiracy theories you're trying to put out in the day, people in the real world, we have a grasp on reality, as clearly you guys do not. Jamie, I don't know what kind of Mickey Mouse world you live in at the end of the day, but again, if you feel that I'm slandering you and all this is fake and this is not a real number, all you got to do is just go file a lawsuit against me, say that I have a fake registration, this is not mine, and what they're going to do is they're going to go in, they're not going to believe your word, they're going to go in, and they're going to check my registration number. And they're going to come back and say, nope, that's real. And then they're going to dismiss your claim. Now, sorry people about that. The reason why you got a docket filing number, he had a special number was sent to him. And that number tells him that the case is getting ready for court, that they're filing it. They're going to get a court date pretty soon. Now, in order for them to do that, they have to make sure, before we even get to that stage, when we first begin to file all that information, one of the things on the application is to ask, do we have a registered copyright? They want that number, that registration number. That's what I have to put up in that little box. Then they'll come back and say, okay, then it'll move on to the next one and the next question, there, and that's it. If my registration was legit, I would have never gotten past that stage and you would have never received the docket number. I would have never received a docket number. It would have never happened. But the fact you do have a docket number for filing, which means there is not only the number is real, but there is enough substantial evidence there to prosecute you in court. Because that also plays a factor too. Is there enough evidence to bring this to court? Is it worth our time? And apparently there is. There's more than enough. As I spoke to one of the clerks over there, they advised us not to send anything else in. They have all that they need. We have proof that you tampered with our work. We have proof that you have admitted it because you did it exactly right on the Wix site. We have proof of basically where all this is extended from, which is from Wix, because that's how we're involved in the other lawsuit. We also have proof of basically you mocking us back and forth, telling us that it's your logo. You do whatever you want to do at the end of the day, which shows proof that bottom line that you committed this crime at the end of the day. So, yeah, it is what it is. Now, mind you, there's two things that come up. There's one for $30,000 for each offense. That's if you basically say if you hit one of these and the guy takes you to court and whatever, that's 30 grand. But if you willfully do this, which means if you do this on purpose over and over again, it jumps to $150,000 per offense. So if you don't believe me and you feel that my copyright's not real, this is what I want you to do. I want you to file a lawsuit against me. I want you to file a lawsuit against me saying that the copyright registration number is fake. This is not real, and you have a right to take me to court and sue me. I'm expecting to see that document. I'll give you a month. I'll give you to the end of this month to have that document. Flash it on YouTube. I want to see it. Now, mind you, you go to some dumb fake lawyer that you have sitting in your backyard with some dumb nonsense, and don't do that. That's a term of fraud, man, you do not want to get caught up in. Don't do fake lawyers in the backyard. Don't do fake documentations and all that stuff. I'm going to request you to email to me. Don't do that, because you're already in enough trouble as it is. Don't dig a deeper hole for yourself. Maybe I should not be telling this, because you are like a 5-year-old kid. You will do something that's stupid. Literally, he definitely would. But like I said, if you feel that registration number is not real, yeah, file a lawsuit on me. Got to the end of the month. Party, I'm still waiting. All right, got to get back to work. See y'all later.